So, hello friends. So, in the last two chapters, we have discussed about what is management, okay, the functions of management. Now, we will talk about the organization, okay. So, what we are going to manage is organization, okay. What we are going to manage is the company or the organization. So, what is the first question is what is organization, okay. So, organization is defined as the form of human association, okay. It is an association of humans for attaining common objective. This definition was given by Mooney and Rayleigh, whatever it is. So this definition was given by him. So organization is defined as the form of human association for attaining common objective. Okay. So there are certain features of organization. Okay, what are the features? There is an authority responsibility relationship. Okay, in an organization, someone will be your senior who has the authority, and there will be your junior, okay, who has the responsibility to carry out the instructions of the senior. Okay, that is how an organization works. Then there are interrelated individuals. Okay, in an organization we have an interpersonal and impersonal relationship, which we had talked about earlier theories. Okay, so it is an interrelated individuals. Okay, one is dependent on other. There is mutual dependence. Okay, when the organization wants human being to work for them for the profit, and the human beings are working for salary. Okay, this is one kind of interdependence. There are multiple sorts of interdependence. Then there is a conscious creation and recreation. Okay, so in an organization is created consciously. Okay, an organization is created consciously, and then multiple departments and multiple structures or new companies are recreated. Okay, so this is one of the feature of organization. Then comes common objective. All the members are working to achieve a common objective, that is the growth and survival and profit of the company. Okay, the features is done. Then there is division of work. Different people are given different tasks according to their classification and everything, qualification and everything. Then there is coordination. So these are the features of organization. If you could remember, we had read about the concept of organization given by Chester Bernard too, okay, in social systems theory. If you remember that, you can write in the comment. Okay, he gave the concept of organization where he talked about the three main features of organization. Okay, and he talked about four elements of organization, Chester Bernard. So you can write in the comment. This is a kind of active recall. Okay, so these are the features of organization. Then comes objectives of in the organization. What, as a manager, what you are going to deal with is the organizational behavior. Okay, we need to analyze the organization structure, its functions, and the behavior of its people to actually manage them. Okay, as a manager, we are going to, as a management, we are going to manage the organization structures, functions, and its behavior. Okay, so organizational behavior is the analysis of an organization structure, function, and the behavior of its people. Okay, it works it has three parts. Okay, the first is it works on individual level, then it works on group level, and third it works on structure level. Okay, so individually, when we talk about organization behavior, what we are going to read is the personality of the employees, the leadership qualities, things that are going to motivate the employees, motivation and perception of the employees. Okay, so these are the topics which we will be learning in detail individually under organizational behavior. Okay, then come group behavior. Under group behavior, we talk about teamwork, group dynamics, etc. And under structure, we talk about organization's policies, its design, its job design. Okay, so these are the scope of organizational behavior. Now, what is the objective of studying organizational behavior? So after analyzing and studying organization behavior, what we can achieve is we can motivate the employees to increase their productivity. Okay, the leader could manage them well if they know how the what their organization is about, how it works, how it's structured, who are working in the organization, and how could be motivated. If the manager knows these things, he could provide better leadership to the organization. Okay, then if we know about the organizational behavior, we can create a desirable workplace culture. Okay, so these are the objectives of organizational behavior. Now we are going to talk about the elements of organizational behavior. Okay, so when we are reading about organizational behavior, it consists of certain elements. Okay, what are its elements? The first thing is employee. Okay, to study the organizational behavior, we need to study an employee's behavior. Okay, like motivation, personality, perception. Okay, then comes structure. Okay, we need to understand the organization structure. If it has a hierarchical structure, then we are going to apply Max Weber's management theory. If it's not so hierarchical, it's then we are going to apply production structure, then we are going to apply scientific theory. Okay, so multiple theories could be applied depending on the structure. Then comes technology. Okay, the level of technology we are using, the kind of technology we are using, the the amount of machinery we are using and the amount of manual work we are conducting, that will also going to impact the organizational behavior. So technology, then if they are if the you know the technology, if there is someone from an IT sector, okay, he is working in a company whose technology is very outdated and he couldn't improve his technical expertise working on old outdated machines, so he will definitely switch to some other company where he has more opportunity for learning and knowledge, so that will impact the organizational behavior. So technology, then comes social system, okay, how is the social culture of the organization, then comes the environment, both internal environment and external environment, which we had talked about earlier. Okay, so these are the elements of organizational behavior. Then comes organizational behavior models. Okay, so depending on these elements, there are two types of organizational models, okay, broadly differentiated into two broad categories. The first is independent variables and the second is dependent variables. Okay, so some variables or components, we can say components of the organizational behavior are independent. Okay, these are the individual, okay, different individuals will react differently. Okay, then group. Okay, in under group level, different groups will have different kind of synergies, different kind of organization, politics, and it depend. It's independent. Okay, depends on a particular group. And organizational level, or at organizational level also, there is a different kind of binding force among different organizations. Then comes dependent variables. Okay, so there are certain variables which will depend on the which will be the outcome of the factors. Okay, so they will be the outcome of the certain factors and they will be influenced by certain variables happening in the organization, like productivity. Okay, if the organization is not very there is not a very desirable workplace culture, so the employees could not be very productive. Okay, so that could be the reason. Then there can be absenteeism. Okay, absenteeism, then employee turnover. One PYQ was asked from employee turnover. Okay, so employee turnover is the number of employees who voluntarily leave the company. Okay, so they are called employee turnover. The lesser the employee turnover, the better is the company. Then comes job satisfaction. Okay, if the job satisfaction also depends on certain variables. So these are the two organizational models. Okay, then comes, now there are certain issues with the organizational behavior. Okay, certain issues include, in today's world organization, we need to study organization behavior. Okay, why we are studying organization behavior? Because the behavior of the individuals and the structure of the organization are impacted by multiple factors. Okay, and so these factors include globalization. Okay, when different cultures, people from different walks of life are coming together and you need to lead them, there needs to be a there's a need to study the you know the four different forces that are going to impact a person's psychology. Okay, so globalization, then there are certain mergers and acquisitions, managing knowledge workers. Today's workers are very knowledgeable. Okay, we are going to manage them, so we need to so this becomes an issue for organization behavior. Then workforce diversity, as we had talked about earlier. Customer services, we need to provide good customer service. Employee well-being at workplace and ethical behavior. Okay, so these are the contemporary issues in organizational behavior. So with this we have completed organizational behavior, and the next we are going to do is we will be reading the first topic under individual organizational behavior, which is personality. Okay, so bye.